Praise the Lord. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. So this is part 2 of the Divine Masculine reading. I'm just going to start from scratch. And I'm actually going to pick up with the Moses part of it, okay? So I'm going to read Moses, Exodus chapter 18, starting with verse 17. And let's keep in mind, I'll give you a little bit of background, not a whole lot, but just a little so you can jump in with me. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, is giving him advice. He see all the work that Moses is doing for the children of Israel. He has come on the scene, come to visit Moses, and he's seeing with his own eyes what Moses is doing for the children of Israel. Okay? So, Exodus chapter 18, verse 17. Again, Divine Masculine part 2. Part 1, I did over at the at the lake near my apartment this morning. So now I'm continuing. All right, so verse 17. Moses' father-in-law replied. Now he and Moses had already been in conversation, so I'm just kind of jumping into the middle of their conversation because it's a lot to read. So go back and read it. Do your homework and read this for yourself. What are you doing? Let me read that again. What you are doing is not good. His father-in-law told him, what you, Moses, are doing is not good. What you're doing is not good, Moses. It's not good. Now you may say, well, he's helping people. He delivered the people. You know what I'm saying? He's doing God's work. How's that not good? Moses is doing God's work. But his father-in-law said, what you are doing, Moses, is not good. But let me tell you what he's talking about, okay? All right. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. He's letting Moses know, you're going to wear yourself out. You're going to wear yourself out. The work is too heavy for you. The work is too heavy, Moses. You cannot handle it alone. Like I said in the last video, one man, one divine masculine, whether male or female, of a household, of a congregation, of a country, of any situation, one man cannot do it alone. It's not even good for man to be alone. Verse 19. Listen now to me, and I will give you some advice. And may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God and bring their disputes to Him. Divine masculines, you are representations of God to the people. But you're to bring the concerns of the people where? To God. Moses was wearing himself out, trying to be everything to these people. He alone was trying to do it all. Teach them his decrees and instructions, and show them the way they are to live and how they are to behave. He's giving Moses advice. on how to deal with these people. The way Moses had been doing it, he was going to wear himself out, and it was not a good thing to do. Be okay, okay, so verse 21, but select capable men from all the people, because there's 12 tribes here ultimately. I don't think we got to the 12 tribe situation yet. But spiritually, before things happen naturally, get a representation. But select capable men. I like the word capable. Not all men are capable to lead. Some men are not capable to lead. Men who fear God, because you got to fear God. If a man don't fear God, he cannot lead God's people. You got to fear God. Trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain. Men that's not going to be scheming and, trying to get money the wrong way. And appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Some men are capable of leading thousands of people. Some men are capable of leading hundreds of people. Some men are only capable of leading 50s of people. And some men can only handle tens. Tens of people. That's it. It depends on the man. Jesus. Woo-hoo-hoo. Verse 22. Have them serve as judges for the people at all times, but have them bring every difficult case to you, Moses. Find other men that are capable to help you lead these people. But you still handle the real difficult, hard stuff, Moses. You be the one. The simple cases, they can decide themselves. Let them decide what to do, because they're capable men. They fear God, and they're not going to rob the bank. They're not going to overtax the people. They're not going to rape the women. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to molest children. They're not going to, steal the tithes and offering and do whatever they want with it. Stuff like that. That will make your load lighter. Moses, you got to make your load lighter. You got to find these capable men to help judge in situations among these people, because they will share it with you. There are men who will share the burden with you, Moses. Divine masculines. You have sons. You have grandsons. You have brothers in your family. You have other men in the midst of you who can help you lead generations of people. I'm 51, and I have my generation. I have my next generation, my children. I have grandkids. That's 3 generations of folks that I'm managing. And my mama alive. So she's managing me, my kids, and the grands. But she has appointed me over certain things. She comes to me. She don't like me talking about her in my video, so I'm not going to say much. But I'm just giving an example of how we're 4 generations deep, still existing. And each of us have layers of responsibility. A lot of the separation and whatnot that's going on between me and my bloodline, any non-contact or no contact or being blocked and all this kind of stuff, it's really empowering them to make decisions for themselves. It's really setting them up to be judges of their own lives, setting them up to be responsible for themselves and the next generation that follow them. That's what's really going on. All this division and drama that's going on in the bloodlines, divine masculines, all the conflict and shit from the last video I was telling you about. You know, your inability to communicate and people switching teams and stab you in the back and all that. All that really, what's really going on is the next generation stepping up into their leadership, learning how to judge and manage their own lives and the next generation to come. That's what's really going on. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me wrap this up so I can get to my reading. Okay. If you do this and God so commands, you will be able to stand the strain. Whew. And all these people will go home satisfied. Moses will be able to endure. Divine masculines, you've been working your ass off. You know, you've stayed the course. You've been faithful over a few things. And it's your time. It's your time now to delegate. Set up the next generation to lead. To help you. Help you. Make your load lighter. It may be time for people to start paying their own bills. I'm just saying, you know. You know, the next generation gonna have to learn how to pay the property taxes. Understand what property taxes are, because if they don't understand what property taxes are, they're gonna lose the houses and homes that you leaving behind for them. They're gonna lose their inheritance. Just like the prodigal son ran out there and threw his inheritance away. You know what I'm saying? We got to teach them. You know, and they're going to, you know, they're not going to always catch on. They're not going to always catch on like we want them to, like the prodigal son. He had to get out there and, you know, go through a little shit before he grew up and grew into his inheritance, you know. I mixed my carrot juice and my green machine juice together. Yeah, it's a lot to consider here. Like my sage right now. God is good. He's good, and I love the Word of God. I love His Word. So we're going to still stick with intentions. Because Jethro, his father-in-law, he came with the intention to help Moses be able to manage the people. He had heard from afar that what all Moses was doing. And he was happy. He was happy with Moses. You know, he was happy and proud of what his, you know, son-in-law had accomplished. But once he got there, he was like, wait, hold on, boo-boo. You're going to wear yourself out trying to carry all this load by yourself. Oh, some cards popped out. King of Pentacles again. King of Pentacles. But this time in reverse. Oh no, this is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm sorry. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then also this is how I laid the deck down, so I got to read it this way. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords in reverse. How ironic. Okay, so it says too hard, lost over. I don't know what I mean by lost over, but too hard. Again, Moses was, killing himself. He was killing himself, but his father-in-law, Jethro, came with advice to help make it easier for him. Appoint some judges. They will help you. You need some help. There are some men out there that are capable. They can manage thousands, hundreds, tens, of people, 50s of people. Get some help, Moses. Get some help. Use your help. Divine masculines, empower your children to be able to pay their own bills. Take care of themselves. Because you're getting older and you're not going to be able to pay all these people's bills and take care of all these people. Teach them to take care of themselves. Pray over them and show them, teach them, show them. Physically. Sit down with bills and papers and show them. Make your load easier. Yeah, get people off drugs. Clean up your bloodline. Clean up your bloodline. If your kids need rehabilitation off drugs and, they need help, like the prodigal son, he found himself eating with pigs. He had to come to himself. There's a point where our children, grandchildren, they got to come to themselves. And we're here to help them. We are to stand strong and keep their inheritance available and alive as they get themselves together. That's what this card means too. And and we can't, that's why we don't give our kids too much too soon. When they growing up, up to like age 18, that's the magic number in our society is 18. Up until they 18 in our society, we tend to, give to our kids, give, help, give. But once they reach a certain point, we can't just keep giving like that. They got to figure some shit out for themselves. We have to start preparing them to give to them own selves, to help them own selves, to maintain themselves within their inheritance. Within, the more they can do for themselves, the better. We're just here for support and to maintain their inheritance, but they are to get out there and create their own generational wealth too. They got to add to our bucket. There you go. Our kids got to add to our bucket. We can only offer our kids and grandkids so much. We're not here to just roll their whole life out to them and make it just easy all the time. No, they got to get up off their asses and add to the generational wealth. They got to get out there and work some jobs, start their own business, go to college, buy their own houses and buy their own cars and do shit for themselves. Even though we are supportive, even though we may in the past have done some shit for them too, We've done some shit for them, but they got to do some shit for themselves. We got to wean them off the tits. We got to wean them off. And they going to be mad. They going to be mad. They going to stop talking to us. They going to talk about us. They going to trip. While I was coming from the park, I ran across this feather. Divine Masculines. I came across this feather. I don't know what kind of feather. It looked like a turkey feather to me, but just some big old bird that was out there. I'm glad that bird wasn't near me. I just happened to pick the feather up off the ground. And I added it to my aroma here. My sage aroma. Love it, love it, love it. So we gotta teach these kids how to take care of themselves, or help teach them to maintain what we leaving them behind. We got to teach them. We got to show them. Here's the strength card in reverse. This is the Leo strength card. The sun and strength are Leo energy. And again, you know, the sun card came out in reverse last time. Now the strength card is in reverse. Because the more we do for our grown kids, the more we do for them, we're making them weak. They're not going to be able to survive without us when we are dead and gone. When we are dead and gone, they won't be able to survive without us. They're going to be weak. Other people are going to run all over them. If we always coddling them and, you know, stuff like that. Because there's consequences. And we can't always bail them out and make everything easy once they grown. Once they are of age of accountability. You know. We can keep their inheritance structured, keep it intact for them, but they gotta get out there and live their own life, make their own mistakes, you know, take chances. Not that we want them to make mistakes, but you know, they're gonna take risk. But we're here to be support and to keep their inheritance intact, our legacy intact. I'm not just talking money all the time, you know, because they need to get out there and make their own money and buy their own houses and stuff, interact with the world. But the more we, you know, take care of grown kids, paying all their bills and all that kind of stuff, we making them weak. They're not going to be strong enough to survive in the world without us. And Corona has proven that motherfuckers is leaving here. 9 of Wands. Again, Moses was feeling overwhelmed. A lot of these divine masculines are overwhelmed with responsibility for a whole family, like 2 and 3 generations. They paying all the bills and taking care of everybody and doing everything. We are burnt out. We're burnt out. We got to teach these kids how to take care of themselves. We got to show them. We're going to have to pull back. We got to make our intentions known. We got to let them know what we are leaving them so that they can know what they need to build up for themselves. Now, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we're not trying to leave them a whole lot to the point where they don't do nothing for themselves at all. No, we ain't trying to do that. No. In fact, whatever we leaving them, we need to, you know, like we can, quote unquote, maybe pay off a house. But they got to pay the utilities. They going to have to mow the lawn. They going to have to go down to the tax collector and pay those tax bills twice a year in the summer and winter. That's what I'm talking about. We may provide the house for them, leave a house for them, but they gonna have to pay the bills at their house and mow the lawn and stuff. That's what I mean. So Let's stop being all overwhelmed and everything, and taking care of grown kids to no end. We got to move away from that. We got to keep our eyes open. We have fought hard. We've done our job. But now it's time for them to do their job. It's time for us to get out the way a little bit. Like Moses needs to sit his ass down a little bit, and just deal with really hard shit. And we need to let grown kids handle the little stuff in their life. We can't handle their hard stuff and their day-to-day stuff too. No, come on, they can do that. They can do it. Then we have the Lover's card. Because it's time for Moses to have some love. And that's going to be my next video. It's time for us mature, people like Moses. It's time for the parents, grandparents, and the families, the matriarch and patriarchs of the family, to relax. Delegate that work. Delegate the work, the responsibility of the family to the next generation. And it's time for us to love. Get us some love, I'm going to leave that right there. It's time for us to be loving and to reap the rewards of our work. A lot of us are getting divorced. Like, I put in 31 years of married, black married family life, and I'm getting divorced. So we're not even gonna reap the reward together. All that hard work we put in, we're getting divorced, and we're not gonna even enjoy it together. We're in situations where we have to go find some other people to enjoy the labor. You know what I mean? It's like you labor with one person, and then you go off to somebody else to, the reap the rewards. But that's the situation a lot of us are in. A lot of us put in my case, 31 years of hard work. But I got to find somebody new to enjoy my labor with, reap the rewards of my labor with. Hey, that's life. Either you going to stay with the person you put all that time in with, or you going to find someone new. Okay, on top of the card, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, yeah. Yeah. The new person or the same person, whether you stand married after 20, 30, 40 years, whether you stand married or not, this is the time to, again, enjoy the labor, to enjoy the rewards of your labor. The rewards of your labor. This is the time. Whether you stand with the same person or have to find someone new. Either way, this is the time. We at that point. This is where you offer emotional support. This is when you actually love a woman now. You've been working, ignoring women for years and being the player, treating your woman like an option all these years, not making your intentions plain, not, really preparing for retirement and all that shit. But this is the time for you to be serious. You know what I'm saying? It's time to be affectionate and loving and let that woman know, I love you. I love you for hanging in there with me when I was an asshole, when I was cold as ice. Remember that song with Rick James and Tina Marie? I was cold as ice when I was young. I didn't treat you right. I put everything else before you. I put the job before you, the kids before you, my parents before you, my church before you. I put everything before you. But you was the one that was with me laboring through all those years. Some men will not admit that. Some divine masculines will not admit that the woman that spent 20, 30 years with them was their ride and die. She was your ride and die. She changed the diapers. She cooked the food. She ran kids to, school activities and shit. But you about to give some other woman the rewards of her labor. Because we at the point where we want love. Divine masculines, you at the point, Moses, he's tired. And he need love right now. He's wearing his ass out. A lot of divine masculines in their 50s and 60s, you worked your ass off for the family. Now you ready to settle down and in love with somebody. But the one who was there laying in your bed for 20 and 30 years ain't going to reap the rewards. It's going to be a new bitch who ain't did shit for the family. That's life. That's life. And in my case, I'm the woman. So I'm out here trying to find a new masculine, a new man who already put, somebody my age. I don't want to go young and have to start all over raising kids and doing diapers and shit. Hell to the no. It's going to be somebody my age or older who already labored too. Maybe their wife died. Maybe they divorced, getting divorced like me. And we going to come together and we going to reap the rewards of our labor with other people together. So I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a motherfucker who already labored, who's just waiting to just be loving now. Because they was already an asshole to somebody else. So I'm finding somebody who was an asshole to somebody else already. They did the shit like, and now they settled now. Now they already, they retired now. They just ready to settle down and be loving. That's what I'm looking for. Because I lost, I'm going through divorce. So the niggas that I labored with left me. Or we didn't finish, we didn't get to the finish line together. So they looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody. That's just the way it goes. So I'm not going to even, let me do a love tarot. Let me relight my sage on that shit. That's some deep shit right there. That's some deep shit. So sometimes you reap in somebody else's vineyard. Yeah, you reap in somebody else's vineyard. You labored in one person's vineyard, and then you reap in another person's vineyard. That happens. It happens. That's my situation. I labored 31 years in other people's vineyard, but now I'm trying to reap my rewards in a new vineyard. And sometimes it has to go that way, but I'm going to do a love tarot now. Ooh, that's kind of sad and kind of emotional, but that's what happens. Lord have mercy. When you just say it like that, wow. When you say it like that. Okay, these cards popped up. I'll take them. We have the Eight of Wands. And then we have the Wheel. The Wheel. Like the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's that time for change. It's the time for mature divine masculines. Those who already labored with family life. You already put the time in. You raised kids. You got grandkids now and stuff. Your kids is grown. Either you go love on the woman that labored with you, or you go find you somebody else. Right. Either you gonna love the woman, love the one you with, or find someone else. But it's always beautiful when the woman who was there with you all them damn years, pushing kids through the system, you know what I'm saying? It's nice when y'all can do that shit together. reap the rewards that you labored with together. But if it don't happen that way, life happens. Life happens. Be fair to her, though. At least be fair to her. Be fair to that woman, and then bring a new woman in and be happy with her. But be fair to the one who labored with you. It's the right thing to do. Be fair. But I have to, me personally, the next man is where my fairness is going to come from. The next man. That's where my fairness is going to come from. And, I'm at that point. I live in Florida, which is the retirement state. So this is the perfect state for me to live in. To find retired men that, that who already well established. They already put their labor and time into the workplace, family, all of that. And they just ready to settle down, with a beautiful woman and feed her grapes. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a man that ain't got nothing else to do but feed me some damn grapes. That's Jacob's ladder. Look, that's Jacob's ladder. Heaven. I'm waiting on heaven to send down and put into some man that wants to love me. Because Lord knows I am ready to be loved. Look at me. Ready. And so the bottom of the deck, my Lord, the bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. Yep, but it's in reverse. The Three of Cups is in reverse. But, oh my God, look. I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Divine masculines, y'all ready too. Well, divine masculines, it came in reverse, so the divine masculines are getting ready. There are some divine masculines getting ready, and then there are some that are already ready. They already ready. Some are getting ready, and some are already ready for this love, Like Moses, his father-in-law is advising him, get some fucking help, dude. So you can free yourself up to be ready to love you a woman, And we're going to get into that. And then the Knight of Swords here. Look, yeah. There are some divine masculines that are getting ready. And then there are some divine masculines that are already ready to get some new booty. They looking for that woman to love. They looking for it. They ready. They sniffing that ass. They ready. And she is ready too. I know I'm ready. I'm ready to be spoiled and just loved on. Sniff my ass, please. I'm ready. Look, I'm ready. If the divine masculines ain't ready, I'm ready. But I'm in the retirement state, so I'm gonna find me somebody that's just ready. But somebody spiritual. See Jacob's ladder? It gotta be somebody spiritual. I'm waiting on somebody that know God, who fear God. Yep, like Jethro said to Moses. I'm waiting on somebody that fear God, who is capable. Somebody that, see how this came in reverse? I want this to be upright for me. Like this card came upright. I want somebody that's already ready, already retired, already raised their kids. Their kids is grown, they're retired, or just, working at their leisure. Somebody that can put me first. Somebody that's not going to treat me like an option. Ain't going to put me last. I don't deserve to be last. I am ready for this world to just feed me some grapes. So, divine masculines that are trying to get ready, you're not quite ready to retire. You're not quite ready to put a woman first. I mean, you already done raised your kids, you got grandkids, but for whatever reason, you didn't really, you're kind of like Moses. You still try to do everything your own damn self. You're still trying to do everything yourself, you know. Hang in there. Hang in there. Stay focused. You know, get it right. Just like Moses, you know, he's being challenged to get some help. Get things right, you know. But for those masculines who are already on their grind, already then set their life up, you know, they may have, you know, they put their time in, they did it well, they did it right, and they ready for love. They 50s, 60s, mature, retired, got their shit together, you know, that's who I'm looking for. Come to me. Find me, because I'm looking for you. You look for me. We're going to find each other. And I'm going to keep praying for those who still trying to get there. I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. Hang in there. You guys are like from the first video, part 1. These are like the part 1 people. You know what I'm saying? So the part 2 people are like Jethro, coming to advise, you know, you to get help. So that you know, well, these are the Jethro people right here. These are the Jethro people. But these are the people who are already ready. So it's 2 type of divine masculines I'm talking about. I hope this is not too confusing. Again, the ones that are probably going through a divorce, trying to find a new woman. And then these are the ones who, you know, stand with their woman. Or, you know, they didn't found that new woman. You know, or they at least ready for her. They ready for her. They ready. So we got divine masculines getting ready, and we got some that are already ready. Praise God. So that's it. I think I'm done with part 2 of divine masculine. You know, it's time to put your burdens down. It's time to put your burdens down and teach the next generation how to take care of themselves. You know, so that you can find you some new booty and new love. Feed this woman some grapes, whether it's the same woman that's labored with you for decades and helped you raise all these kids and shit, or unless you know, trying to find a new woman, you know, because you're getting divorced or whatever reason, you weren't able to keep it all together. So, all right, masculines, I hope this helped. I feel like I got a little jumbled with my words and explanation, but I think y'all get it. And so y'all know I'm divorced after 31 years of labor with other people, and so I'm out here, you know, looking for new love that will feed me grapes and spoil me based on the labor that I've already put in with other people. But it's only fair that they have already labored with somebody else too, and maybe lost that person to death or a divorce or whatever. But at the end of the day, somebody is waiting and ready for me as I am right now. And I'm ready for them. So I love you guys. I love you guys. Y'all divine masculines. I just want to say that I love men. I love men. And I'm looking for me a man. I'm ready for love, you know. I'm not really interested in biblical marriage anymore. Well, no, I'm sorry. Court marriage. I'm not necessarily interested in running to nobody's courthouse to get married. I'm happy with biblical marriage at this point, where it's you, me, and God. We have a vow among each other that the 2 of us will love each other and take care of each other. And I don't necessarily have to run to nobody's courthouse for a man to love me and be sniffing on my butt. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Because at our age, you know, sometimes you lose benefits and stuff, you know. And I can't afford to lose. I put 31 years in to get these few little benefits I got. You know, and I ain't even got a lot of benefits that I'm working with. But with a little bit I got, I put in a lot of years to get them. So I'm not quick to give up my benefits just to have somebody rub on my booty. You know, I'm just saying, you can rub on my booty and I'm going to still go to heaven. Okay? Because can't nothing separate me from the love of God. You rubbing on my booty is not enough to separate me from the love of God. I'm just saying. All right. So click like, click subscribe, follow Dr. Alicia the Preacher as I bring out God's word in the most weird way. I know it's weird the way I do this, but it's still his word and it's still true, you know, true. So click like, subscribe. If you want a personal reading on your situation, email me at draliciathepreacher@gmail.com. If you want to leave a donation, if you watch 45 minutes of my video and you feel blessed or whatever, and if you're able, people that got stimulus money, tax return money, and all that, my Cash App is $ Dr. Alicia the Preacher. Love you, Divine Masculines. Whether you're male or female, it don't matter. You know, it's just energy. It's energy, a status of life, a certain leadership that you possess. And that's all I'm saying. So get you some love. Don't give up. Either stay with the woman that labored with you for decades and got your kids grown and produced grandkids and all that, or find you some new booty. It is okay either way. Pray to God, you know, keep your spiritual team active. Divine Masculines, keep your spiritual team active. Pray to your spiritual team. Pray to God, your whole heavenly host. We have a whole heavenly host. Your ancestors, everybody is rooting for you. They want you to be happy. Go for it. Go for it. It's your life, your world. You know, it's your intentions. Make your intentions known and plain and clear so people won't be confused. That's the whole point. Then that way, it decreases the chances of you losing people in your life. It'll decrease the chances of you losing your wife after decades of work together. It'll decrease the chances of your kids switching teams on you, bailing on you. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So just keep all that in mind. Love you guys. Bye.